there, Jean Greer here at Stylish Fireplaces. Today I want to introduce you to our Erthcoverings Split Face stone veneers. You see the Durango colorway on the fireplace wall behind me. As you can see, it is a very rugged stone, so you have some quite large pieces and a lot of different shapes and sizes in this particular one. And that is the split face profile. It is a very rugged stone. They are larger pieces. They are chiseled on the face to look quite rugged, and it is a natural stone. There are currently 3 different colorways in the split face series. So Durango is behind me. There's also a charcoal gray called Blustone, which would have very similar size and shape pieces. And then there's another one called Fossil. Now the Fossil looks like this, and with Fossil the pieces are actually all the same shape and size, and so you get quite a different effect with that particular one, but it still has that rugged face in common. So these are quite thick pieces, but it is a veneer in the sense that it's not a full through piece of stone. It is real stone, but it's been cut into thinner pieces that we can apply to a wall. So the Durango and the Blustone have these variety of shapes and sizes in the box, and that gives you a couple of different options for installation. So at the top of our fireplace here, above the mantle, you see a more random placement of the shapes and sizes. There's no particular pattern, it's been randomized. That does take a fair bit of planning and more cutting to achieve this random look, because you're literally trying to piece the puzzle pieces together and make everything fit. But if you like that very natural hand-hewn look and you like that ruggedness, you're probably going to appreciate that randomness in the placement. Below our mantle, we actually put the stones into rows according to size. So all the 3-inch height pieces are together, the 4-inch, the 6-inch, and so on. And so you get a little bit different effect when you put them in rows. I won't say it's contemporary, but it does have a different effect when you put them in rows than it does when you have the random pieces as we did above. So you get a couple of different options. Obviously with the Fossil series, where all the pieces are the same shape and size, you're not going to be able to do this random effect that you see at the top of our fireplace here. You're always going to have rows, and you can decide whether to line the pieces up or stagger them brick style, but the pieces are all the same shape and size, so it does give you a different effect, and I would say a slightly more contemporary look when you put them in rows. So these are natural stones. All of our veneers are natural stone, and they can be applied to your wall indoors, but they are also suitable for outdoors. You'll see that there are no grout lines here, so it's sort of a dry stack arrangement. They are cut along the edges of the stone to give a nice finish. They're not meant to necessarily have grout with them. So once you put the stones into position and put them onto the wall, once that dries, there's no more work to be done unless you choose for whatever reason to put a sealer on. We generally don't seal here in the showroom because there's no need for that here, but you will see that it's quite once you get them into position, you're finished. You just have to let it dry, and there's no grouting afterwards. There's no mortar going in the joints as there would be with brick veneers. So it's quite straightforward in that sense. They are thicker pieces, so you are going to have to plan on how you're going to cut these. So these are going to require a wet saw or a means of cutting them, because as you could see, the pieces are quite thick, from around 3/4 of an inch anywhere up to maybe an 1.25 inches, 1.5 thickness. So they are quite rugged. They are heavy. It is a bit of a workout for your hands and arms to get these stones installed. They're not light pieces, but most natural stone is going to have some weight to it, so that's to be expected. You can see here you get quite a natural rugged look for, we've put it around a fairly traditional fireplace with a hand-hewn reclaimed barn beam here as a mantle. If you're going to put them in rows, you could certainly apply these with a more linear, more contemporary fireplace, I think. it would definitely lend itself to that. I've actually seen in the configuration of having a rugged stone like this in rows done very nicely in homes that I've been in where they've used it on the exterior as well as the interior in that linear profile. And it can really lend a lot of warmth to a very contemporary home when you install it that way. So there are a lot of options for the Split Face series. So again, it's from Erthcoverings. It's called Split Face. You have 3 colors currently, 2 of which come in these random multiple different sizes and shapes, and 1 that comes in more of a consistent shape and size for every piece. You'll find it at stylishfireplaces.ca, and you look across from Fireplaces over to Fireplace add-ons and scroll down to stone veneers, and you'll find this product. One more thing I want to mention are the corners. So with the Durango and the Blustone, the corners are actually L-shaped pieces. So the corner is already formed into an L. We certainly made good use of them here with our fireplace. With the Fossil series, where the pieces are all one shape and size, the corner is a 2-piece set that forms an L, but it's you put it together at the corner to make that L. So there are corners available, which is very important, especially for fireplace installations. We more often than not do need corners. So I just want to make sure that everyone's aware, not all stone has corners available, and the corners are so important for a nice finish on a fireplace installation or anywhere where your wall is bumping out and you're going to have returns. So again, Erthcoverings Split Face under Fireplace add-ons at stylishfireplaces.ca.